We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Exciting. My cousin who was in India, I suggested that she come here and visit us, and she did. So she'll be joining us along today.
And today's adventure, we are going to take a private car and we're going to go explore Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park, which is about an hour or so south of us. And it should be a pretty packed day. We've got multiple stops planned and there should be a lot to see and do. So we'll bring you guys along and see what we can find.
And originally we had booked this through Viator, but then we reached out to the private driver that was suggested by our host, and it was significantly cheaper and also gave us more flexibility. So we decided to go with the private driver.
Yeah, it's going to end up costing us about a third to a half of what we would have paid for an organized tour through Viator. And we've got a lot more flexibility today now to be able to see and do the things we want to do and on our own schedule. So very excited for that. So yeah, car is going to be here in about 10 minutes. So we're going to go down and meet the driver and take it from there. Our car is here and we're just waiting for Jody and we're going to be on our way.
Say good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
We are now here at Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park. We've just paid 200 baht admission to the national park each, which is actually less than I expected. And behind us, there's some stairs you can see there. We can climb over top of this mountain and hike over and down the other side to get to the entrance of the cave. Apparently it's a fairly difficult hike. The easier way to do it, which is probably what we're going to do today, is you can hire a boat here for 300 baht per boat round trip, and that'll take you to a beach that's closer to the start of the hike to the cave. And I think that's what we're going to do because that'll be easier and be more scenic, I think.
And the drive here was actually super chill. It was almost like driving in Canada. Like the roads were super empty. There was a lot of greenery, a lot of cows on the side of the road, and we passed a few fishing farms. So that was kind of different.
Yeah, lots of fish farms right as we got closer to the national park. So pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to go find a boat and get over to the cave. We've got our ticket for the boat, and they do check your ticket for the national park before they'll sell it to you. And it was 400 baht round trip to go to the cave and back. You can do a longer, more expensive tour here that will take you around one of the islands and down a canal, but we're going to be doing that separately later with our driver. So we chose just to do the cave and back. And make sure you wear sandals or flip-flops or shoes that you don't mind getting wet, because it looks like you have to wade out to the boat. our short boat rides just dropped us off on Lamsala Beach, and we're gonna go find the trailhead to head to the cave. I don't think I've mentioned yet where we're actually going while we're here in Khao Roi Yot National Park. Our first stop is this place, Phraya Nakhon Cave. So that's where we've taken the boat ride to. We've just gone around the point rather than hiking over that little mountain. And we're gonna go find the trailhead and go find this cave.
We just got off the boat. First impressions, it is really peaceful over here. I don't know if it's early in the morning, lack of tourists. Maybe we got here a little early. We're here at 9:30 in the morning. So it is so pretty.
This is the Phraya Nakhon well. Not entirely sure about all the history of it. There's a little write-up here, but it was written about as early as 1838 in the archives of King Rama III, apparently. So it's old.
We're about halfway up the hike.
Yeah, there's 230 meters left, and I think it was 430 meters total up the stairs.
I mean, the hike itself isn't like super hard. I think the hardest part is the heat, and it's early in the morning. So
Yeah, it's 9:30 a.m. and it's already probably, if I had to guess, 32 to, no,
29.
actually it's only 29. It's
So
cooler than I thought.
It's cooler,
Feels warmer than that.
but it is all stairs the whole way up. So that is something to be taking into consideration.
And rough cut stairs, and they can be slippery if it's wet out, so do be aware of that.
But this viewpoint is gorgeous.
Oh my God, you guys, this place is absolutely amazing. It is so beautiful in here.
after relaxing about 20 minutes, we can speak about the story here. And for this way, very beautiful picture. Okay.
This cave is absolutely incredible, and it's so peaceful here. The pavilion you see behind us, I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll put it up on the screen once I have a chance to look it up. But this pavilion was built in 1890 to commemorate the visit here by King Rama V. And it is just a stunning, stunning example of Thai architecture.
And the cave that they chose is just beautiful. There's stalagmite everywhere. It's just you can see behind us, but the other side will just kind of overlay a little bit, but it's just absolutely gorgeous.
This is possibly one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited.
This place, I'm thinking it's because we came so early. It's not overcrowded. There's a few people here, but everybody's being really, really respectful and like talking really quietly and everything like that. So this place is just magical. It makes it really easy to take this place in.
We've hiked back down. It's not a long hike, but it is fairly steep and a little bit difficult because the stairs are hewn out of really smooth rock that they've basically put like concrete on top of to make it a little more grippy. But yeah, definitely you'd have to be careful if it was wet at all. Anyways, we're gonna go catch our boat back over to the parking area and head on to the next destination. Just waiting for our boat here to walk in the beach, which by the way is very clean. And check out this cool shell I just found. I'm gonna turn the camera around. That's really cool. And it is very pretty here, but it's very bright and very hot. So again, if you come here and do the boat ride to Phraya Nakhon Cave, remember to wear sandals or something that's easy to take off, because as you can see, you get on and off the boat in the water and you'll have to wait. So if you're wearing shoes, you'll have to take them off. So I'm lucky I wore sandals today, which I don't normally do. We are now at our next destination, which is Bueng Bua. And this is a large marshland area, freshwater marsh. We're about to hop on one of these boats here you can see behind us and go for a little cruise down the canal and down the marshes and hopefully see a whole bunch of nature and wildlife.
We got a moment without the water on. It is so peaceful out here. We're just stuck in like a section of like just lily pads and lily flowers, and it's just so pretty. The mountains, for lack of a better word, are stunning. They remind me of like Holland Bay.
This place is beautiful. There's just tons of fish and bird life in these marshlands. We're surrounded by the mountains to our left, and it is just gorgeous. And now that the motor's turned off, he's using like a big stick to push us through these shallow marshlands here, as we're going through some lotus fields here basically, and it's just gorgeous. So peaceful here.
Look at how it just
Our boat drivers stopped at, this is the Nature Education Center, I believe. And here there is also a boardwalk that extends out over the marshes. So we're gonna go for a walk. He said, how long is it?
15 minutes.
So let's go check that out.
Yeah, it looks nice. This boardwalk was redone, I don't know when, but we're currently on the new one that's actually walkable. And then they have a section of the old one that you can't get on, which is good. It looks like it's in decent condition, but this one looks awesome, so. This structure behind us is part of like the old bridge and it's cordoned off, you can't get on it, but the birds have definitely taken over. It is so gross in there, so I'm really glad we just can't even go on it.
It is so peaceful out here. Mind blown. I never expected this much peace and quiet in Thailand, honestly.
Wow, this is quite possibly one of the most beautiful spots I've ever been. It reminds me of being in Canada, because Canada has a lot of like nature and you can be alone by yourself and be like able to take in the nature. That is exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And I apologize if the audio sucks here. It's windy up here and we lost the cover for the mic, so it's probably going to be pretty bad audio, but you just gotta come here and experience this. It is absolutely gorgeous here. So just got back from the Boeing Bua boat ride, and that was 500 baht for the boat, and it's supposed to be an hour long, but between the boat ride and then the stop at the boardwalk, that was actually an hour and 40 minutes round trip, and it was fantastic. Well worth the money.
And so peaceful. I did not think we would find this kind of like tranquil, relaxed, fully in nature in Thailand. I just thought it would be like super touristy. This doesn't seem like it. It's just super awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, if you love nature and you like birds and wildlife, you've got to come check this place out. We've now left Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park and made a little bit of a detour on the way back to Hua Hin. This is now Pran Buri Forest Park, which is a mangrove forest that we're going to check out.
It looks really peaceful, and it's all on a boardwalk, so it should be pretty easy to walk.
Yeah, we're starting the boardwalk here just behind us, and it looks like it's one big loop. So we'll see how far we make it, because it's pretty hot and we're pretty tired and hungry at this point.
They even went through the trouble to build the boardwalk around trees. There's a bunch of trees that are just sticking up in the middle of it.
Didn't even register that until Cory just said that.
That's really cool. I've never seen that before. Right through the boardwalk, eh? Yeah. So cool.
So if you look down there, there's these kind of little volcano-shaped mounds in the mud. They're formed by mud lobsters.
We have reached the end of the boardwalk. It doesn't go very far. The map is huge.
And it is a loop on the map, but only the left-hand side, like half loop is open. And that's because you can hear all the noise behind us. They're doing construction and probably rebuilding the boardwalk on the other half.
But the walk is super awesome. It's very quiet up until you get to this point, and totally worth it. We came out on a river, and I'll show you guys that. And there is an option to take a boat ride back. I think it's 450 baht to go back.
I don't think it goes back. I think it goes either up or down the river. I'm not sure which way, but it's just it's a boat tour. Then you'd have to walk back.
And that wraps up our day of tours with our guide. It's been a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great day exploring Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park, and now here at Pran Buri Forest Park. Just a beautiful day, peaceful, tranquil, lots of nature, and pretty much everything that we love to do.
Yeah, and our guide was spectacular. We'll put his contact info in the comments below.
Sorry,
Or in the
driver,
description.
not
Driver.
guide. He didn't guide us around. He just drove us to the destinations. And so we were able to do these activities on our own time. And you didn't really need a guide for any of this, I don't think.
No. And the nice thing about having a private driver is that we took our sweet time and it didn't bother him at all.
And this was actually a lot cheaper than doing a guided tour through Viator. So definitely, if you want to save a few bucks and be able to do it on your own time and at your own pace, then this is what I'd recommend. So anyways, that's going to do it for today, and we're going to leave you there. Thanks very much for coming along with us today, and we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and make sure to subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join us in the next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.